Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Chai with Gary. Tonight's been quite positive in the sense of the result, of course. We've managed to beat Brighton again. So 3-0 at that, huh? So Brighton reserves versus Manchester United reserves is starting. We managed to go through the line. We're through to the last 8, the Carabao Cup. So all positive, eh, Gary?
Yeah, look, I went in with a 1-0 loss yesterday, I think.
I went to the draw at
You went with-
full time, but anyway.
yeah, I think, look, eh, to be fair, Brighton played their second string team as well. And
Yeah.
I think the one saving grace is that our second team players are better than their second team players. So, but regardless, it was a good win. Most of the team played well. A couple of players
Yeah.
were still didn't perform.
Yeah.
Just looking at the stats now, right? I just want to read out the stats of the game.
Yeah.
Shots, Brighton at 12, we at 10.
Right.
Shots on target, Brighton at 2, we at 6.
Uh-huh.
So we
Yeah.
had more shots on target. And for the first time, the opposition actually has more possession than us. We had 49%, Brighton at 51%. The rest of the stats, pass
Partly to
accuracy.
do with the midfield as well, but yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Look, I wanna say, how many players did I get right on the starting lineup?
well, you got most of your back for.
I
Actually, you got 50% on your back
I
for.
didn't get Dallo. I said Laird was going to start,
Yeah,
and I said
but you got the midfield right.
yeah, I got the midfield. Midfield, I got it perfect actually.
Yeah, you got spot on
Laird
there.
and Van der Beek.
Yeah,
You had James. I had
yeah,
Meta there, and I had Igalo. So yeah, so we got it
yeah.
right.
But we got it somehow, I guess, 60% right. But I
But
think we'll
what did you
take.
make of Henderson's performance, man? He had a shot that he saved.
He had a worldie that he saved, and I guess I want to talk a little bit more about the build-up that led to that save rather than anything else. The cross is coming from their right. I I can't believe it went through an unmarked guy in the center. It was a pullback literally, and he was the only one there until last ditch Dallo dive, right? I mean, it should have not made it where it did, right? He shouldn't have made that save. Let's put it that way. But the save he made was fucking wonderful, right?
Yeah. Look,
No questions about it.
end of the day, we've got Williams at left back. I'm not convinced with him, but he's the next best player we've got at left back.
Yeah.
Then he would have, he would have. Yeah, I think he would have struggled against Tottenham because I don't know how fit he is. But
Right.
Lindelof, I'm still not convinced, man. I think he's,
Lindelof had a decent game, I thought. No, right?
he's okay, but he still had some shaky moments. He gave the ball away in the second.
Yeah.
I think Bailly has to start.
Bailly has to start, right?
Like Bailly just gives so much more confidence to the keeper. I don't know whether it's the keeper or whether it's defense, but something like giving us more of a assurance about defending for once.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think defensively, look, I think there was a part in the second half. I think they were pressing a little too much, right? They were pressing. They were putting us under a bit of pressure. The one thing that Ole did, I guess, a little earlier than he usually does, is kind of bring in the substitutes a little early. Yeah. So, and when you have such quality on the bench and they're coming to replace your, essentially what's a second string squad, I think you inject so much of quality that Brighton couldn't handle. I think that was probably the turning point of the whole game. I thought Van der Beek would start, and he did. What do you think about his performance, though?
Look, Van der Beek is such a good player. The way he controls the pass, the runs he makes, and his touches. He almost set up Igalo for Igalo's goal. Igalo, took it away from the goal, and then obviously the angle closed in on him. He couldn't score. But
I think it was Williams who made the pass.
Yeah, but that pass to Mata for his Mata's goal, that was
Mata's goal. Yeah, that was such a sublime touch, right? That was Bruno-esque, really.
Bruno,
Pardon, yeah.
Better than Bruno. Bruno,
Yeah,
Bruno probably tried to score that goal on his own.
well. Yeah,
But James
possibly.
had a poor game. Fred was okay. I think Igalo was poor.
You look when you look at the starting midfield, right? You started off with a midfield of McTominay, Fred, and essentially Mata was in the midfield, right? Typically, he was the advanced uh, midfielder. When you start Fred and McTominay, I can comfortably switch the match off, right? I think, but
Harsh,
let me yeah, I mean, you don't even. I can't watch them play because I
hey,
think there's
McTominay
fundamentally.
scored a goal. He's got to start against Tottenham. I don't care what you say. He's got to start.
Dude, Harry Maguire's mom would have scored that goal, right?
Got to
Let
start.
alone Harry Maguire. Probably she'll score goals that Harry Maguire
That's
can't.
the most useless goals ever. Like against City, before the lockdown, he scored that, and then we all thought he was like, his form was going to change, and then did nothing after Project Restart. Like,
Yeah, but
yeah,
look, I think to be fair to the kid and even to Fred, right, to a little bit, those guys were our mainstay midfield up until lockdown.
mm,
Think about it for a second here. We were starting them game after game, so they built confidence and they started putting performances together until lockdown happened. Pogba came back in, Matic was fit again, Bruno we signed. So all of these kind of changed that dynamic of the midfield that we had. But essentially, this time last year we were playing that midfield. We were
yeah, we didn't have a choice though. Pogba was injured. There was no Bruno.
correct, correct.
So
So
options were slim pickings. We had
slip pickings,
McTominay,
but they did well,
Fred.
right?
They did
They
okay.
did well.
They did okay. They did the
Certain
best
games
they
in
could.
here.
We did the best.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, overall, I'm happy. Uh, I'm happy they won. Uh, I mean, does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? Yes, we're about what 4 games closer to 4 games, right? Yeah, 4 games closer to the title. But do I really care about this in the grand scheme of things? No.
Next round is quarterfinals, right? For the League Cup.
Next round would be yes, yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
hopefully Ole wants to go for the trophy because he's played he's brought in the subs
big guns on.
and Rashford. So
Well, what do you make of Pogba's performance? I thought it was good.
yeah, look, he played up forward. Van de Beek dropped back. So
Yeah,
I think that kind of worked. I think Pogba has always been. I always felt that Pogba is a number 10. I feel like
yeah,
when you put him a bit more withdrawn, he gets a bit confused, and I think he loses confidence because he's not sure about what to do. And that's
sure.
why I don't think we've seen the best of Pogba. But the
I,
problem is
I,
you've got
mm,
Bruno who wants to play number 10. You've got Pogba who wants to play number 10. And Van de Beek,
Van de Beek's agent wants him to play
Van de
number
Beek's agent wants him to play number 10. Like,
right.
so then you're left with McTominay and Fred and Matic to play
Yeah,
in the midfield. So
yeah,
I, yeah, I guess
yeah.
it's a good
Look,
problem to have, right? We've
it's a
not
good problem to have.
not had this.
Midfield was, apart from a defensive mid, is not really our issue, right? I mean, we can do okay, but the number of times Brighton cut us open start of the second half, I guess, when it came to before the substitutions for us, I mean, they were just creaming through like butter, man.
What do you expect when you have McTominay and Fred in defensive mid?
Do they know where they have to play? That's the question.
No, the
You,
thing is,
you
they're
basically have
not really
defensive
defensive
midfielders,
players.
huh? Nice.
McTominay has always said that he's a box to box
Box to box.
midfielder. He feels very uncomfortable playing in the anchor role, and I feel
Yeah. I
no
think,
matter how
with the
much
best,
coaching you give him,
yeah,
at the back of his mind, he is
yeah,
always thinking about running forward.
yeah.
So
I think the
there's
best
no
place for
discipline
him
with
is
him.
from the commentary box to the players box. I think that's his best position. McTominay. The commentary box to the players box is
We
like,
need a ball boy, right, to pick up the balls. I don't see a ball boy.
yeah, that's probably it.
No, that's our
But
job, guy.
yeah, dude, really, we can't. We're not even qualified for that. Dude. I think I'll lose my breath running towards, let alone anything else. And the accidental push up that I do for picking up the ball, oh man, that's too healthy for me.
Hamstring.
Yeah,
The last time when we played, I pulled my muscle. Oh my god.
that was wonderful, wasn't it? No, but seriously, so let's do some player ratings for a change, okay?
Yeah.
So what do you think Henderson deserves?
Henderson, I'd give him 7 out of 10. I think he did well. He didn't really have much to do apart from that one shot that he had to save point blank.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think 7 for me.
7. Yeah, I'd say it's a 7 as well. I think he did certain things well. I think he kept up the shots okay. They had a fair few at him, but I think he did okay. Nothing to complain. So 7 would be just fine. Dalot, what do you think? How do you think he did?
Dallo, I think, look, he was good going forward, but defensively, Wan Bissaka is better.
Hmm.
I think if he could get
A
Dallo
mixer of both,
and
huh?
and Wan Bissaka to somehow have a child,
Love child,
love
huh?
child, yeah, that person would be perfect person to play that position.
uh,
But I think it's good that we've got two options in the right back position. So depending on
yeah,
the situation, at least we can look at one or the other.
sure. I think I'd give him about a 6, dude. What do you think? 6 or probably five
Yeah,
and a
look,
half.
I'll give him a 6. Like
Mm,
5 is average, 6, yeah, slightly better.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. What about Lindelof? What do you think he deserves?
Lindelof, I'd give him maybe a 5. I think he did okay, but I think as a defender playing against Brighton second team, I think he should have done a
Would
lot
have
better.
been stronger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think there's one mistake, like I said, that he passed the ball to the opposition.
yeah.
I think because of that, he'll get a 5 from me.
Sure. I think I tend to agree. I tend to agree with Lindelof getting a 5. I think he should have shown a little more presence and leadership, I think, in the back line. Considering he's played so many games, right? I mean, he's a consistent starter. He should have shown a little bit more of a performance. Bay, coming back into the team, what do you reckon?
They did really well. I think I'll give him a 7. Are we allowed to do 0.5s?
Yeah, we can do 0.5s. It's our channel. We'll do whatever we want.
Yeah, I'll give Bailly a 7.5. I think
Oh, 7.5.
there's one shot where there was one tackle that he did in the box. Like I can never imagine Maguire or Lindelof ever doing that
Doing
tackle.
that, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just took the player out with his whole body, and
yeah, I know that.
yeah, it was great.
I think he came close to tackling McTominay as well for the goal. That would
I
have been
think he just
funny.
he just he provides something that neither Lindelof nor Maguire does, and I think it's refreshing, I guess.
Yeah, I guess he's when you look at Lindelof and you look at Maguire, they're very rigid in their movements. And this guy kind of brings that little flair in it. So it's definitely like a palate cleanser, right? It
Maguire's
just
called the fridge for a reason.
oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Where have you seen him run? He's so slow. Like, it's like
Let's
watching one of the
let's call
slow
him
motion
something
Netflix
else,
movies,
right?
the way he moves.
Yeah, I think he's like let's do this. Let's call Maguire Paddy. The reason I say that is apparently blocks all the fan channels and stuff like that. Criticize him and shit. He's a bit of a baby when it comes to that. Anyway, moving on. Um,
Williams.
Brandon Williams.
Williams, I'll give him. I don't know, man. I'll give him a 5. I think he had an average game. I don't think he did enough going
Mm,
on the left flank.
okay,
Yeah, I
I'd
think
probably give him a 6.
I'll give him a 6. Yeah, I think he had
Yeah.
an okay game, but
Mm, I
yeah,
mean,
I think Shaw's still way ahead in that position.
oh, I think so. I think so. This guy is a young kid playing out of position, so I don't want to criticize him too
He's
much.
more of a right back for sure. Like he's not
Yeah.
a left-footed player,
Yeah.
and it's hard for a
Well,
right-footed player to play in left back position because you can't really.
so,
You're going to cut in half of the time. You're not going to go down the
yeah.
line. So yeah,
And was James playing that wing? Yeah.
James was left wing. Who he had
Yeah.
he had an average game.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think for James' sake, I hope he goes on loan, and I hope
yeah.
that a coach like Bielsa can take him on and really, you know, coach him.
Nurture him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next season when he comes back, I think he'll be a better player. So for his sake, I
Yeah.
think he goes on loan.
Yeah. I think it's very difficult to hate James because you can see he's constricted in his like a
I mean, he's doing the
development
best he can.
coming, right? I mean, yeah, exactly,
Like,
exactly.
can't
He
blame
huffs
his
and
failures,
puffs, but
but it's just not good enough for us right now.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So I'd give him like a 5 or
Mm.
5. I mean, look, I can give him a 4 and a 4 also. I mean, I'd be,
4, yeah,
for
4, 5.
sake, I'd probably give him a 5, I guess.
Mm. What do you
He's
think
right
of
to come.
Dominic?
Ah, I mean, for the goal he scored, I'll give him a 6, dude.
Yeah, he did. After that, he did nothing. Before that, he did nothing.
He did nothing. But right place at the right time. He
Yeah,
always feels he has this Roy Keane-ish kind of presence, but he's John O'Shea, unfortunately.
yeah, yeah.
But anyway,
He's
yeah,
like a utility man. He can play anywhere. Sort of.
yeah.
I guess.
But makes you wonder, right? I don't know how Ferguson had these versatile players who would start from defense, play midfield, go against Arsenal, go score a goal in their half and stuff. It's just incredible about the amount of quality that man had.
He just knew how to manage players. I think we can
Uh,
forget.
exactly. So yeah, Scott McTominay for me gets a 6, I guess, for the goal he
Yeah,
scored. But
6.
other than that, yeah.
I think Fred will get the same as well. I think
Brad,
he had a role to play with the Meta
the
goal.
goal.
Passed the
Yeah.
ball Van de Beek, and Van de Beek, kind of.
Are we giving people points to pass the ball? I thought that was fundamental of where you
Yeah,
were
we won
football.
3 points.
Fundamentals of
Mickey
football.
Mouse Cup.
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse Cup. Here we go.
yeah. But yeah, so Fred gets a 6, dude. I mean, I think he had a couple of shots on target, and
Yeah,
as usual, I mean, they couldn't break him down in the final half, and then just kept shooting from outside the box, I guess, a little bit.
yeah.
But Mata,
Meta man of the match, man.
man of
He
the match. I think so.
controlled that midfield, and his goal was so good. Like he was so relaxed.
Yeah.
There's no one else in the team, who could have been so relaxed to kind of goal.
Martial, probably.
Martial, maybe, yeah, but he was
Yeah.
so relaxed, and I think like his understanding with Van de Beek was just so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Like I think when Van de Beek plays with better players around him, you'll see the best out of
Yeah.
him. But
Absolutely.
even now, you can see there's like bits of quality in him. I think he's such a intelligent player.
Yeah. And what do you reckon of Van de Beek since we're
Van
talking
de
about
Beek
it?
7.5 as well. He
Mm.
only got um, he only got 7.5 and not an 8 because Mata scored that goal. Otherwise, I would have given him an 8. Uh,
Yeah.
but he basically controlled the midfield. Like his passing was so good, his movement is so good. Uh,
Mm.
it was such a good performance. I can't wait to see him start more games in the Premier League.
Yeah. I want him to start at Spurs though, but I
Mm,
don't think he will.
yeah,
I think they'll bring back Bruno for him, so I don't think he'll start.
Bruno
But
will start again, I think.
Bruno will start for sure. So anyway, I think he'll get a 7.5 as well. So moving on to the forward line. Forward.
And James, I
Uh,
think I'm going to give him a 4. I think he needs to go on loan.
yeah.
So, yeah,
Four. Yeah. We spoke about James. Yeah.
yeah.
I think Igalo. What do you think about him?
Gallo, I'll give him another 4. Like he had a chance to score that goal, that pass from Mata.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was such a good pass. All he had to do was bring it in the other side, but he chose
Yeah.
right,
Just to go with his left, huh?
closed on him. So yeah,
Yeah, I
Igalo,
think he's low
Igalo
on
seems
confidence
very,
as well.
very. He seems very lethargic, right? He seems
I think he's low on confidence, dude. I
confident.
mean,
Yeah, maybe. I think he's the kind of player that needs a run of games before he can leave
absolutely.
level.
Absolutely.
So,
Or believe that he's one taking on the responsibility also, because I don't think that's his role in the team. He's just given, okay, you know what, you're a fringe player, nobody expects anything off you anyway, you're here just to warm the bench, so do what you can, sort of a thing. So that feeling kind of crept into his performance as well. I think if he were given a little more responsibility, I think he'd do well.
mm,
You could see that in Martial as well. But, I mean, a lot of people have criticism of Martial being a little lethargic, right?
mm,
Especially under Mourinho and stuff like that. He always, okay. So in Van Hal, we saw one type of Martial who was ready like gung ho. But then when Mourinho came in, he got reinforcements in the forward line, Lukaku and Ibra and stuff like that. So Martial thought he was just there to warm the bench, and he just didn't really show that zeal that he shows right now, right?
yeah, Mourinho wanted to sell Martial. Mourinho.
But yeah. So go on. So you were saying, sorry?
Yeah, so Yeah, Igalo, I think gets a 4.
Gets a 4.
And then Rashford, I'll give him a 6. I think he had some good movements towards the end of the game. Obviously, he came, towards the end of the game, back end of the game. So by then, winning. And then we had the last one, Pogba. Pogba's goal was it was quite lucky actually. He took a deflection, but
it wouldn't have gone in. I don't think.
I think it's going to boost his confidence. I could see in his face, he was just so happy to score that goal.
Yeah,
it was a relief.
And
I think it's
I
going
hope it comes back.
to build his confidence up. Yeah.
And I hope he'll put in a performance against Spurs. I think that's the next game, isn't it?
Yeah. Next is Spurs, the big one.
Yeah.
But
what are you feeling?
Huh?
What are you feeling?
The Spurs game, I think it's going to be a draw, 1-1.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong, but
I don't know. It's going to be a tough one to call, really. I think Spurs have the edge with the squad that they have right now, and Mourinho's second season, right? I mean, you can call it the second season. So he's put his stamp and authority on it with the signings that he's made.
Yeah.
So I think they'll only start to get better. It'll be a tough game, very tough game. And he can read like a book, right? So
yeah,
I think define his team that way. It'll be a hard game. I think maybe physical stuff where we can't compete with our midfielders. There's no only Matic can do so. So Matic will have to start, I think. But yeah, that's for another show, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll get another one soon.
So what's your 3-word review of today's game?
I'll give three key points. Meta, man of the match.
3 key points, okay. Yeah.
Big needs to start more games.
Yes.
Bai needs to start in defense.
Fair point.
Yeah. What about you?
I think substitutes played a key role. I think that was important. It was good to see Bruno and Martial not being in the squad and being rested for the Tottenham game. I think they'll come back with some vengeance, hopefully. And the last thing is, I think Mata had a really good game. I think we need to use Mata more and bring him on in games that we're not able to try to. We can't break the lines and stuff like that. I think that's the exact time, about 60-65 minutes, when you bring on Mata for somebody like a Pogba or something, just to do something different, right? Or even withdraw one of the forwards and bring him in. I don't know, but I think that's a key point to bring Mata in, especially people who just have like blocks and blocks of defenders sitting in front of Manchester United and we fail to break them down. So yeah, those are the 3 things. I think Tottenham will be a good game. Looking forward to it. And how's your evening looking for the rest of the time?
Just dinner and sleep, my friend.
Sounds like a fantastic idea, dude.
We should ask the audience, you guys should, if you guys really like our show, you should hit the like button, and please, by all means, pass on your comments and suggestions. More than happy to take on some of the suggestions you have. And
show us some love, guys. We're just doing it out of passion.
Yeah, we're just starting out.
Very hardworking professional.
Yeah.
But I'm a working professional. Let's put it that way. We both are taking time off to do something out of love, I guess, for the club, no?
The club, and wanting to change the club. Hopefully.
Wanting to change the club, yes. We're bringing the South Indian influence into Manchester United, which we'll see how things work out in the future. But I guess bringing the Malaysian flavor too, huh?
The day Manchester United signs an Indian player, that's it.
It's too old for me. I think I won't make the weight category. Other than that, everything is fine.
Yeah. Look, last thing I want to ask you. One word.
Yes.
Jadon Sancho, yes or no?
No.
It's yes for me. All right.
Okay.
That's it.
Wonderful. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being patient with us. Please show us some love, and then hopefully please put some comments.
Yeah.
We'll work with them.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.
Love ahead. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.